The best laptops for video editing in 2020. The best for edits on the go on macOS. Apple MacBook Pro 13-inch 2020. Reasons to buy. Improved keyboard comfort, excellent Retina display, 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, long battery life, good graphics and computing performance. Reasons to avoid. Expensive as configured, limited port variety, no support for Wi-Fi 6. Why we picked it. A controversial keyboard once present on every Apple laptop is now a thing of the past. The new 2020 13-inch MacBook Pro was the last Mac notebook waiting to be updated with the new Magic Keyboard, following its introduction on the 16-inch MacBook Pro and the 2020 MacBook Air. The Magic Keyboard ditches the extremely shallow keys of the previous design, adding travel distance and stability in a bid to please people who use their laptops to type all day long. Also new on our $1,799 MacBook Pro review unit are an updated 10th generation Intel processor, faster memory, and more storage. The upgrades are nice if you can afford them, but most people will be satisfied with the base $1,299 configuration instead, which retains our editor's choice for best Mac laptop. The best for complex editing and rendering on macOS. Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch. Reasons to buy. Excellent Retina display, now larger and with slimmer bezels. Revamped keyboard. Comfortable, XL-sized touchpad. Superb audio quality. Powerful Intel Core i9 and AMD Radeon Pro 5500M long battery life. SSD storage options up to 8 TB. Reasons to avoid. Lacks microSD slot, USB Type-A ports. As ever, no touchscreen option. Expensive as configured. Why we picked it. The story's not just the new screen size. From small changes such as the ability to adjust the display refresh rate to major overhauls like a long incoming keyboard redesign and a new AMD Radeon graphics processor, Apple has made its flagship laptop even better as 2019 rolls to a close. The 16-inch MacBook Pro's considerable expense. It starts at $2,399 and costs $3,899 in our test configuration, means it is suited mainly to well-heeled creative types, music producers, software developers, and people with similarly demanding mobile compute needs. If you can afford it, though, it's one of the most powerful, capable, and feature-rich large-screen laptops you can buy. The best for from the factory color calibration. Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED XB. Reasons to buy. Spectacular AMOLED screen, excessive CPU and GPU power, bling-tastic RGB backlit keyboard, full array of ports. Reasons to avoid. 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB SSD instead of 32 GB, and 1 TB ho-hum webcam placement, audible cooling fans. Why we picked it. The Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED XB isn't a gaming rig, and it isn't a mobile workstation, though it comes close on both counts. Its colorful RGB backlit keyboard would be at home on one of Gigabyte's Asus gamers, and it's compatible with Nvidia's RTX Studio drivers that mimic independent software vendor certification for specialized apps. Instead, the Aero is a desktop replacement aimed at designers and content creators, or anyone interested in the latest, most powerful laptop silicon, since it combines a 10th generation, 8-core Intel Core i7 CPU with Nvidia GeForce RTX 2070 Super GPU. It's a formidable performer with a drop-dead gorgeous display, a system any power user would be proud to carry, and an easy editor's choice as a top creative laptop. The best for workstation-grade, Xeon-based muscle. Lenovo ThinkPad P53. Reasons to buy. Colossal Quadro RTX 5000 graphics. Sky-high memory and storage ceilings. Famous ThinkPad keyboard. Wi-Fi 6. Reasons to avoid. Awfully expensive, even without 4K display. Marginal battery life. Poor quality webcam. A pound overweight. Why we picked it. When we reviewed it in March 2019, the Lenovo ThinkPad P52's performance was so impressive that it claimed our mobile workstation editor's choice, at least until being unseated by the MSI WS75, mainly because that system's Nvidia Quadro RTX 4000 was the first example we'd seen of the GPU maker's blazing Turing-class professional graphics. So what did Lenovo do to improve its 15.6-inch workstation? Stuff the even mightier Quadro RTX 5000 into the ThinkPad P53. The P53 is dauntingly expensive, but its performance is overwhelming enough to retake the category crown. The best for ISVAPs, animation work. MSIWS 75. Reasons to buy. Remarkably thin and light for a 17.3-inch mobile workstation. Speedy Core i9 CPU and Quadro RTX graphics. Nice battery life. Good array of ports. Reasons to avoid. Less expandable than bulkier systems. 1080p screen is merely adequate. Number 4K display available at rollout. Slightly awkward keyboard layout. Why we picked it? Here's a laptop that punches above its weight. Virtually all the 17.3-inch mobile workstations we've reviewed, such as the Lenovo ThinkPad P52 and Dell Precision 7730, weigh about 7.5 pounds. The MSIWS 75 is a design and engineering professional's rig with an array of independent software vendor certifications and a 17.3-inch Full HD display, but it weighs just 5.03 pounds. It's also one of the fastest mobile workstations we've tested, perhaps because it's the first with Nvidia's Turing architecture Quadro RTX graphics. If it doesn't persuade you to give MSI a look alongside HP, Lenovo, and Dell, nothing will. The best for hefty graphics acceleration and 4K, Acer ConceptD. Reasons to buy. Handsome 4K display. Strong performance. Sleek, slim design. Appealing keyboard and sound. Reasons to avoid. Expensive. No Core i9 CPU option. No South Dakota card slot or fingerprint reader. Why we picked it. The Acer ConceptD belongs to an elite group of laptops positioned between normal notebooks and mobile workstations. They may lack the latter's independent software vendor certifications for specialized computer-aided design and engineering apps, but are designed to help creative pros with demanding 2D and 3D tasks such as image and video editing, graphic design, and online content creation. Combining formidable CPU and GPU power with a dazzling patent-validated 4K display, the Acer takes on top rankers such as the Apple MacBook Pro 15-inch and Dell XPS 15, which offer 8-core Core i9 processors to the Concept 6-core Core i7, but that's quibbling. It's an impressive entry in a new line. The best for multi-screen editing in a single laptop. Asus ZenBook Pro Duo. Reasons to buy. Unique ScreenPad Plus second display simplifies workflows. Main display is an OLED panel. Excellent design and build quality. Intel Core i9 and Nvidia GeForce RTX 2060 offer computing muscle. Included stylus and wrist rest. Reasons to avoid. Cramped keyboard and touchpad. No South Dakota card reader. Heavy. Short battery life. Why we picked it. In the ZenBook Pro Duo, Asus is thinking about big screen laptops in a whole new way. The Taiwanese tech giant has plastered almost every practical square inch of the inside of this futuristic laptop with touch screens. The machine has a 15.6-inch 4K OLED touch display, where laptop screens typically go, and another 14-inch wide display above the keyboard. It's a brilliant concept for digital artists who need as much screen real estate as possible, and it's backed up by serious computing power in the form of an Intel Core i9 CPU and an Nvidia GeForce RTX 2060 GPU. At a starting price of $2,499, it's not cheap, and the model we're reviewing here rings up at $2,999. For power users who live life on the bleeding edge, the ZenBook Pro Duo might not be the laptop version 2.0 quite yet, but it still might be worth every penny depending on how you work. The best for touchscreen editing, plus tablet functionality. Microsoft Surface Book 3 15-inch. Reasons to buy. Unique detachable design, powerful graphics processor, many configuration options, comfortable keyboard, dual 1080p cameras, beautiful PixelSense display. Reasons to avoid. Pricey keyboard base adds significant weight. Why we picked it. If Microsoft designed mobile PCs are the essence of the Windows computing experience, and the Surface Book is Microsoft's flagship, then the Surface Book 3 has a reasonable claim to be the ultimate Windows-powered mobile device. This detachable 2-in-1 laptop certainly offers the best blend of unique features, operating mode flexibility, computing power, and portability of any Microsoft PC. With an advanced mechanical locking system for the keyboard base, powerful graphics processing, multiple cameras and batteries, and a choice of 2 screen sizes, the Surface Book 3 is a category-defying device for the few laptop buyers who can afford it and realize its full potential. The best for Nvidia Studio-optimized applications. Razer Blade 15 Studio Edition. Reasons to buy. Sleek aluminum build. Stunning 4K OLED screen. Long battery life. Huge touchpad. Good cooling. Reasons to avoid. Fast, but doesn't top the performance charts. No ISP certifications or 8-core CPU option. Keyboard lacks tactile feel. Standard warranty just 1 year. Why we picked it. The Razer Blade 15 Advanced is a 2-time Mag Editor's Choice winner among gaming laptops. Its new sibling, the $3,999 Razer Blade 15 Studio Edition, is more than capable of gaming. It puts its focus on creative and design work with a 4K OLED display and Nvidia Quadro RTX 5000 Max-Q graphics. The Studio Edition is well designed and super chic, though it lacks the enterprise-grade feature set and independent software vendor certifications of our current top pick for a 15.6-inch mobile workstation, the Lenovo ThinkPad P53. Nevertheless, this Razer comes highly recommended, and depending on what you run day to day, its support for Nvidia's Studio driver may be sound enough assurance that this laptop will do the job. The best for occasional tablet use. HP's ZBook Studio X360 G5. Reasons to buy. Convertible flexibility meets workstation punch. Handsome 4K touchscreen. 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports. Reasons to avoid. Bulky and heavy. Expensive. Quadro P1000 isn't very high up Nvidia's mobile workstation GPU ladder. No buttons on touchpad. Why we picked it. HP's ZBook Studio X360 G5 isn't the fastest or lightest mobile workstation you can buy, but its convertible design makes it a natural for presentations or pen input.